a short scene change. You're at your store right now. Do you have any advice for people who want to go into business, mainly with a focus on being more green or in sustainability in general?
Yeah, so I would definitely say that it's very important to do your research, thorough research. Even when you think you've researched the heck out of it, keep researching. Do your math. It's very important. If you don't know, if you're not sure exactly what you should be looking at, ask questions, try to find mentors. There are a lot of resources online that are from reputable sources. There are a lot of resources from the City of Toronto, specifically from the Ontario government, where you can get a lot of information, and you have to study, you have to work through it, and really figure out how you are going to set things up. You don't need to have all the answers, but you need to be able to ask the questions, so that you don't fall flat on your face. Well, fall on your face. Sorry, fall flat on your face, but a little bit less so. So very important, do your research, do your math, have a plan. Even if the plan will change, it will inevitably change, but still have a draft of a plan, and don't be afraid to ask questions. People assume that everybody else knows everything, and that is not the case. A lot of people just jump into launching a business without having a clue, and I think that's very brave, but that is probably not the avenue I would recommend. I would recommend that you at least figure out how you want to start, and that you ask questions to the experts. It could be people in your family, it could be friends, it could be acquaintances. Don't be afraid to ask. And one of the things someone recommended to me was to reach out to people that had similar businesses to mine. Whether it be similar stores, or a retail store on a completely different field, or a sustainability business that wasn't a store. So it was a difficult thing to do at the beginning, to just basically call business owners and tell them what your plan is, and ask them if they would speak with you, just as an informational interview. It's a scary thing to do, and maybe 7 out of 10 people will say no. They won't even answer the phone, they won't answer an email, but those 2 or 3 that will, you will be able to get good information, ask honest questions, and actually forge relationships that can be long-standing with peers in your industry. So I think that's one of the most valuable business. Sorry, it's just the mailman delivering a package. So yeah, informational interviews. That is a key advice that I would say. Don't be afraid.
Yeah, I think that's probably the most important one. Yeah,
it's not easy. It's not easy to go out there and then try to get business owners, because everybody's busy. Yeah. So, but you have to try.
Exactly. You have to let them know that you're here and you're here to stay.
Exactly. And you never know, like they may end up, like you will probably end up in the same industry, and it's good. That's how I have some good relationships with other store owners in the same field that started that way, from me approaching them, and then we now are friends, even though we have stores in different parts of the city or different parts of the country. So it can lead to good things.
Yeah, and I think that it's important to maintain those relationships, because sometimes one of you may need advice from the other. And
absolutely. You will definitely, like, there's strength in numbers. So especially in an industry as new as this one, where we are really only small fish in a big pond, and we can't really compare the purchasing power that we have to those of the large e-commerce brands or large department stores or chain stores. The more you share information with like-minded people, even if, some people may say, well, they're your competitors. Yeah, they're your competitors, but at the same time, they are also your peers in this world of business ownership and entrepreneurship in a very small yet growing industry, which is sustainability.
Yeah, for sure. And to you, what do you think is the key to true innovation?
So I think just to put it in one line, I think that it's important to want change, because innovation is about change, right? So you think that what is the option is not the best option and there has to be something better, so that's why you're trying to innovate. So obviously wanting change and understanding why is it that it's important and why is it that you want it, I think that is really the main key, because that will motivate you towards finding the right path, and it will basically lead you in the right direction if you're asking that right question and that why are you in it for it.
Yeah, no, that is actually very important. And the last question of our interview, what sort of advice would you tell your younger self today? Like if you met your young self today?
So I would say, just you have to keep working hard. Nothing comes if you don't work hard for it. Even if in appearance it doesn't really stay. So you have to work for it. I would tell myself to be patient, and also to be humble. There's different periods over, one's career or life where you think you know better or you know more or you know it all, and that's not the case. So there's lessons on everything that happens to you. So just be humble and you'll figure it out. It'll come to you.
Yeah. That's great. Thank you so much for, jumping on a call with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, no, thank you for calling me and the patience. We had to jump a few tech issues and then change locations. But hey, that's the morning in the life of an entrepreneur.
Exactly. It's about the journey.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, thank you for everything. And we'll see you around.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.